What's up? I'm Vin, and let's play some chess. So I'm playing as black and queen's pawn opening. So I'm gonna go with the modern defense. Now let's get this nice fiend shadow here, and it's gonna be a battle for the dark squares. So let's see. If I go here, then it's 2 versus 3. I lose that exchange. So I don't want to go there just yet. So I have to be content with this current setup now. I'm kind of tempted to castle long because there's a lot of action happening on this side of the board. Now, little strategy here. I'm going to see if my opponent goes for it. But I think I liked... All right, yeah, see, they won. Nothing to do with that. But I liked the idea of getting their dark square bishop out of the game. But they didn't take... they didn't go for it. All right, so now... Yeah, I have to retreat. But maybe should I retreat to here? No, but then I'm pinning myself. But think, if I come back to f6 and then they push, then there are 1, 2, 3 attackers versus my one attacker. So maybe this is the move for now. All right. I should throw this pawn up preemptively to keep the knight from going to g5. And I'm going to stick to that plan. I'm going to castle long. So let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, this is a... Let's see. 1, 2... You know what? Let's throw that plan out the window. Yeah. All right. So that was the move. Now, do I capture with the... Okay. So I got to close the board. I think that's a better option here. All right, so let's come here. Yeah, I think I'll go for the capture here. Now I could castle. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, if I would have went here. Actually, no. What was I thinking? I thought their queen. I read that wrong. I was like, if I go here, the queen is going to hide. Yeah, that was not the move I wanted. I definitely could have took a little bit more time to think about that. Ooh. You know what would have been a better move? All right, well, they kind of... All right, so now my knight could go here, but what do I attack? All right, I might be able to launch a nice little attack here. Even if I got to give up this knight. Because this square is the checkmate square. All right, so they block me. All right, let's come here. And they can come in and block with the rook or the queen. I mean, if they come in with the rook, then I could just take. Yeah, I mean, I think I got to just go for it. All right. All right, now I got to make the battering ram with the rooks. It's definitely the next move. Now they want to trade queens, but... All right, let's think about this part. This is a very critical moment. So if I come here... Ooh, wait a minute. I think I could win this queen. If I come here, then they have to capture. And then I take the queen. Yeah, the redirection tactic. All right. Yeah, that queen's done. Has to be. Cool. All right, good match. Oh, too late. Sorry. I pressed next game too quickly. So come here. this piece out. Now we could block that embarrassing f7 checkmate square. Okay, so that was kind of sloppy because they're just going to throw me in check now. Yeah. Ooh. All right. All right. I definitely have to castle short. This side of the board is a mess. Now capture. All right, now I'm going to open up. Actually, I should probably open this way. Because if I open with this, then that pawn is hanging, and that's the check square. Queen takes on... Yeah, if I would have captured here, then queen would have taken on e6. I rewind back a move. And don't want to throw away material for nothing. Oh, nice. Okay. So now they get to capture and definitely throw off my pawn structure a bit more. I mean, I don't see why they're not taking here. All right, let's think about this carefully. So if I come here, Yeah, I think the move is to get out of the way. I don't see them. No, I mean, I'm in trouble here. I'm definitely like in the more compromised setup, but and if we do this little exchange here, like bishops and queens, this capture with the pawn is gonna give them 5 connected pawns. All right. All right, I'm going to open this first because if I were to move the knight to a different square, that would leave the pawn hanging. So let's see, come here. Might regret this, but I think this sets up a fork. But I don't know if it's one that wins material. All right, let's see. So come here. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Ah, wow. All right. Yeah, I think I should simplify this part of the board. So let me get this bishop out of the equation. Having a central bishop right now is like... Oh, wait a minute. So 1. Now I get the fork. Actually, they can back out of it. Yeah, I was just about to say. But I may go up material here. So there. Now this is open. Now the rook swings over. What if I put my king in this little diamond? I don't think I've ever had that. Is that like an indestructible fortress? Because it's a rook game. There's no bishops left. I feel like that puts me in like a little force field, which is in any moment about to break. All right, let's try this. I have a slight plan here. That all right. See, I was hoping they would defend it on A1 because that just foiled my whole plan. So let's see how we can. All right. Yeah, I have no reason to take this pawn. I mean, obviously I can't, but I plan on. I want to double up here, and my opponent can't defend on G4, like moving their rook to G4 because the pawn's here. So I think I'm gonna be able to scoop up this pawn. But one thing my opponent has over me is they have the structural advantage. Like I got this isolated pawn here. All right, I got to be careful. Oh, wait. They just left us hanging. Let's try this out. All right, so here. I come here. Oh, wait a minute. Should I just get rid of one of the rooks? No, I should grab this pawn. Oh, they have to block. I think it's the only... Yeah, that was the only legal move. Ooh. Devastating blunder. All right, let's see. I don't know. I think I'm in a slightly better position here because this rook can't go anywhere. That rook is grounded right now. All these squares along this vertical section here are covered. I mean, throwing that little pawn away over there was like such a letdown, but I don't know. I'm hoping as long as I don't make any ridiculous moves that I'll be good here. The only plan I think my opponent has is to try to approach my rook. But by the time the king gets here, I think I'm going to be basically promoted, so I don't know, let's see. Yep. All right, so 1. All right, let me think about this. So if I go here and I let him capture, what if I move up? If I move up, yeah, now they really have no space. If they throw me in check, I'm taking their pawn. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, thanks. Close end game. All right. So we'll do another match here. Playing as white. And king's pawn opening. Sicilian defense. I'm going to make it open Sicilian. All right, so definitely develop first to protect. And then next is bishop to e3 to guard. More protection, the better. Okay. So this move might be coming next. So I could preemptively block the b4 square. All right, so let's defend here on d4. All right, a lot of trading. Castles. All right, so I'm just going to overload with defenders. And what's also nice is that at some point, I've made plans of maybe bringing the queen back to e3 to h3. And then maybe throwing in a discovered attack which kicks the knight off of the f6 square, threatening checkmate. But I don't know. My opponent has a lot of moves. That's 1, 2, 3 moves. They could hit a lot of development. But hopefully, like, you know, they do stuff like chase my queen around. No, but if they push this pawn up, that kills my whole plan. All right, so let me pretend like I'm running away from all that. All right. Here. Oh, but you know what? I can't do that plan anymore because... Yeah, plus they see it. Anyway. I mean, I don't know. It's worth a shot. It's always worth going for it. But now on to a new plan. Yeah, I guess that would have been too easy, right? If that just... That's more of like a one-dimensional attack. But now what I could think about is where could my opponent's knight go when I flush them out? Because now that this rook defends the pawn. All right, so they're coming here. And now let's think about this. Do I want to give up that control? We have 2 attackers versus 2. Yeah, I don't think I should open it up just yet. Might be more exciting to put the rook here on g3. I'm just trying not to... And that's like one thing I'm picking up is, like, don't be too anxious to get rid of the attacks on your pieces. Like, see, now this might scare my opponent into making some sort of move of their own. Because this is something that they have to block. So let's see. Where's the... Because I want to grab this pawn on h6. Because this pawn here is pinned. That pawn can't go anywhere. But one of the mistakes that, you know, I make in a lot of my games is I get so focused on, like, my, like, winning attack sequence that I forget that my opponent has some, like, pretty sound plans of their own. So it's really, like, interesting to see, like, how they respond here. Okay. All right, good move. So that's definitely something annoying here. So yeah, good move. Putting the queen there. What if I come here first? I go here. If the queen takes, then I take this pawn. And that's a worse pawn to lose. But they could also push. In which case I could swing. Or I could just do that now. Maybe that's a better move. If I swing the knight here. That kicks them off of the squares defending. Yeah, now the queen has to move. Like, the queen can't hang out on... Oh, wait, you know what? Yeah, the queen could go here. But now I might be able to block the queen out of the equation. But am I opening myself up too much here? I might be. But I'm 2 moves away from checkmate. So it's almost worth seeing like how this plays out. Because like capture, by the time they capture this, then I'm grabbing this pawn. But I don't know. I may have weakened my defenses too much. The analysis afterwards will tell me how I'm doing, but definitely something to consider here. At the very least, it's annoying. Because my opponent's like, all right, well, I could just move this pawn up. All right, now could they throw me in check? Oh, no, but they can take my... Ooh, all right. Now let's see. If I capture here... Yeah, I got to grab this. So I'm going to lose this. Oh, you know why that was a mistake? I should not have taken. That was checkmate. Because, look, captures. So captures. If I went here first, then my opponent can't take. Because if they take, then it's checkmate on that square. Yeah, I just totally lost that. Oh, that would have been so good. That would have been great. All right. Now I got to do some really wild sacrifices here. Let's say come here. This might also be a winning position. Yeah, I think so. They could check me. No, they can't check me here. They can't check me on E1. They're not going to be able to check me in time. And if the rook moves to make space, then I have H8 checkmate. Yeah, that's game. All right. But yeah, that other one would have been, I think, a little bit nicer. Being like, go ahead, take the rook. I don't care. All right, so this will be the last game. So E4. And Caro-Kann, I'm supposed to play this. All right, so we'll come here. So we'll get plenty of defenders. I gotta look afterwards if this is the right approach. But just get as much development going here as I can. All right. So far, so good. I won a few games. Let's see the last 3. Yeah, before this, I had a pretty terrible stretch. So it's nice to be winning some games now. I need a good plan. I could just aim for their castle wall, but it seems kind of lazy. Like they would be able to just stop everything I'm doing. So maybe what I'll do is I'll make a grab for the center. I'm temporarily boxing in my bishop, which from a tactic standpoint, like it's bad development. So I'm making here 1. So 1 and then all right, so let's defend here. Come here. That was bad. Yeah, that was a epic fail not capturing that pawn back here. I don't know why I didn't capture. That was absolutely atrocious. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed here. I guess I have to take. Yeah, the knight's going to capture. There's really no other move that makes sense. All right, well, now I'm down quite a bit, and yeah, like that might just be the game. Oof, and goodbye to the to my light square bishop. It's nice knowing you. They're probably going to take this piece. Oh, wait a minute. There might be a little bit more hope for me. I'm not going to quit here. All right. This might seem insane, but if I capture this pawn, well, this knight could always move here. Yeah, but look, even if they take, I'm already down 11. So It's going to be what? A rook against all that? The only thing I have going for me right now is I get a free attack on a dark square piece. Yeah, see, they immediately read that. They knew. I don't know if this is worth finishing out. Like, I'm down 7. All right. Yeah, I got to resign that. That whole exchange, wherever I blundered back there, I'll tell you which. I think we all know which move just lost me the game. It was here. Coming up. Here. Not capturing was like the blunder of the century. If I had gone here instead, I don't know. That still would be trouble for me. So it's, I guess maybe this might have been more interesting than capture here. Then maybe come into this square. I don't know. It would have been more interesting than that game, though. Like, that was pretty awful, but something to look at. All right, final game. I don't want to end on that. I don't want to end on a blunder note. So, Petrov's defense. Ooh, Stafford Gambit. Here we go. I watched Eric Rosen's video. Have you? Let's see. All right, now, if I capture, this is like one of those interesting trade-offs. I think I could take. All right, now the game will slow down. I have to calculate this very carefully. Now, if my opponent captures, I take on f2. And it doesn't necessarily win me the queen. They could also hide here. But they'll be missing a pawn. And if they hide there, then I throw the bishop here on c4. So like the plan is capture, I capture, f2. And if my opponent captures, I take their queen. If they hide here, then I throw them in check on c4. So this is like a really fun trap, but I think Old Man Yeller either didn't watch Eric Rosen's video or is just that confident with destroying the Stafford Gambit. Because I do lose with this opening or defense, like, enough. So it's it'll be interesting to see. But I always get very happy playing this. Like, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, this guy's really thinking here. There's a lot to consider. If they don't take, let's say they do some intermediate move here. The next move is not checkmate. If the bishop comes in to block. All right. So this is devastating too. All right. Oh, wait, was I supposed to do that? maybe I just messed up. All right, what am I supposed to do here? Do I defend? Yeah, because the queen can't... I mean, this pawn can't capture me. All right, I might be butchering this, but that's part of the fun. That's why... Oh, man. Not cool. So this pawn storm might be coming. All right, now this is free to capture. Ooh, and I'm not. All right, here we go. Let's think about this. Yeah, I definitely butchered this. Eric Rosen would not be proud. All right. Okay, so let's see. If I go here, this might be a good move. Oh, no, it's... Well, it might be okay. Because if this pawn comes down, I'll capture. And I'm thinking next g4 with the bishop. Because the king and queen are together now. They just belong together now. And I'm castling long next. But you see, I think if my opponent gets out of this like awesome work, they're in a little bit of a bind, but okay, so that's a good move. So if I come here first, no, because then they're just gonna, no, that'd be horrible actually, because they would just grab this with the queen. All right, here we go. So now the pawn is most likely going to take. Okay. So now I have to grab this pawn. Or do I move the queen first? Because my opponent is pretty jammed up. All right, yeah, let's go here first. But you can see why I think this is it's a fun opening. It's definitely very, very dense in terms of like what the possibilities are, but I don't know. My opponent can't develop their knight. Their rook is trapped. My pieces are all out in the open. So even though I'm down 2, all right. So let's see. Now, if I throw them in check, so I either throw them in check or I come here first. I think check is the move. Now they're going to throw their queen here almost immediately after. Yeah, they might throw their queen on g3, but then I'm just going to hop down here to h6. Ooh, and then what that's going to do? So like I said, they might come here to g3, looking to trade queens, which I'm definitely not trading. The next move has to be a queen move. So they can't go here. This square they could go to. All right. Capture. No, I think it's lazy. So, yeah, their queen is still in trouble here. Ooh, wait a minute. I think we got something here. They can't block with the queen. They can't block any of these squares on the dark square diagonal. And they're only square to run. But they can block with the knight. All right, that is such a letdown. Oh, but that comes with check. So I got to protect this bishop. Because, yeah, right now the knight can't move. So I'm okay to leave this here. All right, let's see how this goes. So now we got 3 attackers. I think this is a setup I hopefully win the exchange on. The fact that the knight is still pinned is very big. If this bishop comes down... All right, so here we go. So we got 1, comes with check. So 1, 2. All right, so I go ahead a piece. All right, now let's protect this diagonal here, because that bishop swinging down on h3 would be a devastating ending to this. Ooh, that was a blunder. Yeah, I got to do the trade. Yeah, I mean, removing that defender there was very careless. So, all right, let's threaten this fork. Either way, I'm getting this pawn. And there aren't a lot of squares for the light square bishop to hang out. Yeah, this is like totally a done deal. Oh, cool. So now they're pinned. All right. So now this should promote. I don't see them being able to stop this. Yeah, they can't take here. I mean, cool to them for continuing to play this out, but I don't know. This is like sort of a done deal. All right. That's game. All right, well, this is going to wrap up this chess video. I hope you all enjoyed. I definitely had fun playing these matches. And if you got anything to say, any comments on what I could have done differently in any of those games, please, I would love to hear it, because I do have a ton to learn. But I'm going to continue making content like this. I'm having a lot of fun playing and making these videos and tracking my journey. So, yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and thank you for watching.